Ladies and gentlemen, heartbreak is one of the most painful experiences we go through. The absence of someone we love leaves an emptiness that words can't fill. But today, I'm here to tell you that if you truly want him to come back, there is a way. Not through desperation, not through begging, but through self-transformation. The key is not chasing him. It's becoming someone he can't resist coming back to. The truth is, people are drawn to confidence, mystery, and growth. When you shift your energy from losing him to finding yourself, you create a force so magnetic that he won't be able to stay away. You see, love should never be about clinging. Love should be about growing. The moment you start focusing on your own life, on your happiness, goals, and self-worth, you naturally become more attractive. When someone pulls away or leaves, the natural reaction is to chase them, to try and fix things, to seek closure, or even to remind them of what they are missing. But this is the biggest mistake you can make. The more you chase, the more they run. Desperation is unattractive because it signals weakness, dependence, and a lack of self-worth. It tells them that your happiness depends on their presence, and no one wants to feel pressured into a relationship. Think about this. When something is always available, we take it for granted. Imagine your favorite TV show being on all the time, with no anticipation, no excitement of waiting for the next episode. Eventually, you lose interest. This is exactly how human relationships work. If you are constantly texting, calling, or trying to fix things immediately after a breakup, you remove the sense of loss. You don't allow the other person to feel your absence. Instead, they see you as someone who is too easy to get, which lowers your value in their eyes. On the other hand, when you step back, when you stop initiating contact, when you disappear from their daily life, something shifts. Suddenly, they start wondering why you aren't reaching out. They start noticing the silence. Instead of being bombarded with messages or reminders of you, they are left alone with their thoughts, and in that space they begin to feel the loss. They start remembering the good moments, the laughs, the connection. They wonder if you've moved on. They start thinking about what you're doing, who you're with, and if they've made a mistake by letting you go. This doesn't mean playing games or manipulating emotions. It's about respecting yourself enough to walk away when someone doesn't see your worth. It's about understanding that love isn't about convincing someone to stay. It's about being so strong and secure in yourself that they realize what they had when you're gone. It's about creating an emotional distance that allows them to reflect on what they truly feel, without your interference. When you stop chasing, you shift the power dynamic. You are no longer the one begging for love. You become the one who is valued. And that, more than anything, is what makes someone want to come back. Self-improvement is the most powerful thing you can do after a breakup. Not just to make him come back, but for your own growth, confidence, and happiness. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you shift your energy from heartbreak to transformation. You are no longer someone waiting for validation from another person. You become someone who creates their own happiness, and that is incredibly attractive. The first step in self-improvement is working on your mindset. A breakup can leave you feeling rejected, unworthy, or like you weren't enough. But instead of letting these thoughts define you, use them as fuel to build a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Read books on self-growth, listen to podcasts that inspire confidence, practice gratitude, and remind yourself every day that you are valuable with or without a relationship. The moment you start believing in yourself again, others will start believing in you too. Next, take care of your physical health. When you exercise, eat well, and take care of your appearance, it's not just about looking good. It's about feeling good. Exercise releases endorphins, which boost your mood and confidence. A new workout routine, a change in style, or even something as simple as a fresh haircut can make a huge difference in how you see yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, that energy radiates. People can sense confidence, and confidence is magnetic. Your emotional well-being is just as important. Spend time healing and processing your emotions in a healthy way. Journaling can help you understand your feelings, therapy can provide clarity, and meditation can help you regain inner peace. Instead of suppressing your pain, allow yourself to feel it learn from it, and then use it to become stronger. Emotional strength is not about pretending you're fine. It's about knowing that no matter what happens, you will be okay. Personal growth also includes pursuing your passions. Maybe there's a hobby you neglected during the relationship, a career goal you put on hold, or a new skill you've always wanted to learn. Now is the time to focus on what excites you. Whether it's traveling, starting a new business, or simply picking up a new creative outlet, engaging in things that make you happy will not only improve your life but also make you a more interesting and fulfilled person. When you invest in yourself, you stop depending on someone else for happiness. You create a life so fulfilling that whether he comes back or not, you are thriving. And ironically, this is what makes people come back. They see the change, they feel the shift, and they realize they are no longer needed but must work to be wanted. Creating an air of mystery is one of the most powerful ways to make someone feel intrigued, drawn in, and even obsessed with you. When a relationship ends, the worst thing you can do is make yourself too available, predictable, or easy to figure out. People are naturally drawn to things that they don't fully understand, and when you become a little unpredictable, you automatically become more attractive. After a breakup, most people either beg for attention or completely shut down. Instead of doing either, the best approach is to strike a balance. Be present, but not too available. Be seen, but not too accessible. Make them wonder what's going on in your life. Make them question if they really knew you as well as they thought. One of the simplest ways to do this is by changing your routine. If you used to post everything on social media, suddenly become more private. If you used to respond to text immediately, slow down your replies. If you used to always be in the same places, start going to new ones. This shift makes them wonder, what's different? What's changed? When someone is used to having full access to you, removing that access forces them to take notice. Another way to create mystery is by keeping parts of your life to yourself. Not everything needs to be shared, and not every question needs a detailed answer. If he reaches out and asks what you've been up to, don't give him your entire schedule. Instead of saying, "Oh, nothing much, just work and the usual," say something like, "Just focusing on a few exciting things right now." This keeps him guessing. It plants a seed of curiosity that makes him want to know more. Your social media presence can also work in your favor. Instead of posting sad, emotional, or overly detailed updates, share glimpses of your life that make him curious. A new hobby, a fun night out, a change in your appearance. These things naturally make people wonder what's going on with them. The key is not to fake it, but to genuinely start living a more interesting and fulfilling life. People lose interest in things that are predictable, and they crave what they can't fully grasp. If he believes he already knows everything about you, there's nothing left to explore. But if he feels like there's more to you than he realized, if he starts to see a different, more intriguing side of you, that's when he starts paying attention. Mystery keeps the spark alive because it makes someone feel like they have more to discover. And that feeling is what draws people back. The no-contact rule is one of the most effective strategies for making someone miss you and reconsider their decision to leave. It's a powerful psychological tool that forces the other person to feel your absence, reflect on their emotions, and question whether walking away was the right choice. When applied correctly, it can shift the balance of power in a relationship and create the space needed for a fresh perspective. The basic idea of the no-contact rule is simple. You completely stop reaching out to your ex. No texts, no calls, no social media interactions, and no accidental run-ins. This isn't about playing games or manipulating emotions. It's about giving both of you the time and distance needed to gain clarity. When someone breaks up with you, they expect you to chase them, to fight for the relationship, or to beg for another chance. But when you do the opposite and disappear from their life, it creates an unexpected reaction. Suddenly, they don't have access to you. They don't know what you're thinking or feeling. And that uncertainty is what makes them start wondering. At first, they may feel relieved. They might believe they made the right choice. But as time goes on, as days turn into weeks, The silence becomes loud. They start noticing your absence in their daily routine. The messages they used to receive, the calls they used to expect, the presence they once took for granted. It's all gone. This void forces them to confront their own emotions rather than distracting themselves with constant interaction. Psychologically, people value what they feel they might lose. When you are always available, they assume you will always be there. But when you step back, when you show that you are capable of living without them, their perception of you shifts. They begin to question if they underestimated your strength. They start to wonder if you've moved on. They feel the weight of losing you. During no contact, it's crucial to focus on yourself instead of waiting for them to reach out. This is your time to heal, to rediscover your independence, and to work on your self-growth. The stronger and happier you become during this period, the more attractive you become when, or if, they decide to return. Instead of being the person who is broken and waiting, you become the person they regret losing. It's important to remember that no contact is not about punishment or revenge. It's about self-respect. It's a way of saying, I am valuable, and I won't settle for less than what I deserve. And when someone sees that you respect yourself enough to walk away, they can't help but start to respect you more too. A glow up is more than just a physical transformation. It's a complete mental, emotional, and spiritual upgrade that makes you a more attractive, confident, and powerful version of yourself. After a breakup, one of the best things you can do is shift your energy away from pain and sadness and direct it toward becoming the absolute best version of yourself. This not only makes you feel better, but it also makes others, especially the one who left, take notice. The first aspect of a glow-up is your physical appearance. This doesn't mean you need to change who you are, but small improvements can make a big difference in how you feel about yourself. Maybe it's a new hairstyle, a wardrobe upgrade, or a fresh skincare routine. Maybe it's committing to a fitness plan that makes you feel stronger and more confident. Exercise not only improves your body, but also releases endorphins that boost your mood and energy. When you look in the mirror and love what you see, you naturally radiate confidence, and that energy is impossible to ignore. But a true glow-up isn't just about looks, it's about mental and emotional growth. A breakup often shakes your self-esteem, making you feel rejected or unworthy. Instead of dwelling on these negative emotions, use them as fuel for self-improvement. Start reading books on confidence, self-love, and emotional intelligence. Surround yourself with positive people who uplift and inspire you. Work on your mindset by practicing gratitude, affirmations, and visualization. When you focus on strengthening your mind, you stop seeking validation from others because you learn to validate yourself. Another key part of a glow-up is building a fulfilling life. Too often, people make their romantic relationships the center of their world, and when that relationship ends, they feel lost. The best way to shift this dynamic is to create a life so full and exciting that you no longer need anyone to complete you. Pick up new hobbies, travel, set new goals, and pursue passions you may have put on hold. When your life is rich with experiences, you naturally become a more interesting and attractive person. Social media can also play a role in your glow-up. While you shouldn't fake happiness, you can use it as a tool to showcase the new, thriving version of yourself. Instead of posting sad quotes or emotional updates, share glimpses of your new lifestyle. Whether it's a fun outing, a new adventure, or a personal achievement. This subtle shift creates curiosity and intrigue, making others, especially your ex, wonder what's changed. A true glow-up is about falling in love with yourself. It's about looking in the mirror and knowing that you are enough, with or without a relationship. When you embody this energy, people are naturally drawn to you because confidence and self-love are irresistible. And the best part? Whether or not your ex comes back, you end up in a better place, stronger, wiser, and completely in control of your happiness. One of the most powerful things you can do after a breakup is to show happiness without him. Not to prove a point, not to make him jealous, but because true happiness comes from within. And nothing is more attractive than someone who is genuinely thriving. The moment you stop placing your happiness in someone else's hands and start creating joy for yourself, you shift the entire dynamic. Instead of being the person who is heartbroken and waiting, you become the person who is glowing, fulfilled, and completely in control of your own life. When a relationship ends, your ex likely expects you to be sad, struggling, or missing them. That's the natural assumption. After all, breakups hurt, and most people take time to recover. But when you show that you are genuinely happy, when you don't reach out, when you're not posting sad quotes or looking for sympathy, it creates curiosity and intrigue. He starts wondering, how is she doing so well without me? Did I not matter as much as I thought? Was she stronger than I realized? These thoughts can be powerful in making someone second-guess their decision. But it's important that your happiness isn't just a show. You have to actually work on being happy. That means finding joy in the little things, spending time with friends who make you laugh, exploring new hobbies, traveling, learning new skills, and focusing on personal growth. It means waking up every day with a sense of purpose and fulfillment that isn't dependent on a relationship. When you create a life that excites you, you naturally radiate positive energy, and people are drawn to that. One mistake many people make is using social media to create a false sense of happiness. While it's fine to post about your life, it should come from a place of authenticity, not from a desire to make your ex jealous. If you're posting endless photos just to prove that you're living your best life when in reality you're still hurting, it will come across as forced. Instead, focus on actually living your best life. When happiness is real, it doesn't need to be advertised. It naturally shines through in everything you do. Another key aspect of showing happiness without him is avoiding drama and negativity. Don't engage in gossip. Don't talk badly about your ex, and don't seek revenge. The more unbothered you seem, the more powerful you appear. Nothing is more attractive than someone who is at peace with themselves and their past. When he sees that you are not bitter, not resentful, and not looking back with regret, it makes him question his own choices. Most importantly, showing happiness without him is about proving to yourself that you don't need anyone else to be complete. The stronger and happier you become, the more you realize that love should be an addition to your life, not the center of it. And ironically, that's when love, whether from your ex or someone even better, naturally finds its way back to you. Letting time do the work is one of the hardest yet most effective things you can do if you want him to come back. The natural instinct after a breakup is to act, to try to fix things, to seek closure, to find ways to remind him of what he lost. But the truth is, time and space are often more powerful than any action you can take. When you allow time to pass without interference, you give emotions the chance to settle, perspectives to shift, and distance to create longing. Immediately after a breakup, emotions are heightened. If you try to force a reconciliation too soon, it's likely to backfire because he hasn't had the time to miss you yet. People don't appreciate what they have until they feel its absence. Right after a breakup, he might feel confident in his decision, thinking that moving on will be easy. But as time goes on, as the days and weeks pass without your presence, he starts to notice what's missing. The texts he used to receive, the conversations, the laughter, the emotional support, it all starts to feel like a void. This is why time is so crucial. It allows him to experience life without you and realize the impact of your absence. Another reason why time is so powerful is that it prevents emotional reactions from ruining any chance of reconciliation. Many people panic after a breakup and act impulsively, begging, arguing, constantly reaching out. These actions don't bring someone back. They only push them further away. When you give time and space instead, it shows emotional maturity and self-control, which makes you more attractive in the long run. Instead of reacting out of desperation, you are allowing the natural process of missing someone to take place. During this period, it's important that you focus on yourself instead of waiting. The biggest mistake people make is counting the days, waiting for a text, or obsessing over when or if he will come back. But time works in your favor when you use it wisely. Invest in self-improvement, explore new interests, and build a fulfilling life outside of the relationship. When you do this, not only do you heal, but you also increase your value in his eyes. If he comes back and sees that you've been thriving instead of waiting, it shifts the power dynamic. You are no longer the one who was left behind, but the one who has grown. Time also allows him to experience relationships or dating outside of you, which can be a game changer. Sometimes people assume the grass is greener on the other side, but when given enough time, they often realize that what they had was special. If he jumps into a rebound relationship, let it run its course. Most rebounds are temporary distractions, and as time goes on, he may start to compare others to you. The longer the time apart, the more he will remember the deep emotional connection he once had with you. Patience is key. Many people ruin their chances by trying to rush the process. They break no contact too soon. They try to manipulate emotions, or they force conversations before the other person is ready. But the most successful stories of reconciliation happen when time has done its work naturally. Emotions settle, nostalgia grows, and realization hits. And when the time is right, if he still has feelings for you, he will find his way back. Not because you chased him, but because he truly wants to be there. When he finally reaches out, the way you respond will determine everything. After all the time apart, after he has had the space to miss you and reflect on his decision, how you handle that first interaction can either reignite his interest or push him away for good. The key is to approach the situation with confidence, emotional control, and a sense of self-worth. One of the biggest mistakes people make when their ex reaches out is acting too eager or emotional. If he senses that you've been waiting for this moment, that you are desperate to get back together, or that you still haven't healed, it immediately lowers your value in his eye. Instead, your response should be calm, neutral, and slightly mysterious. A short, friendly reply that acknowledges his message but doesn't go overboard is the best approach. Something simple like, "Hey, hope you're doing well." This keeps the door open for conversation, but doesn't give away too much. At this point, he is likely reaching out for one of three reasons. 1. He genuinely misses you and is considering reconciliation. 2. He is checking to see if you're still available or interested. 3. He is feeling lonely, guilty, or nostalgic but isn't necessarily ready to come back. Your response should not assume anything. Instead of jumping to conclusions, let him reveal his intentions through his actions. If he's serious about reconnecting, he will put in the effort to continue the conversation and make plans to see you. If he's just checking in for his own validation, he will disappear after a few messages. Either way, your reaction should remain the same, collected, unbothered, and in control. Another crucial factor in your response is not bringing up the past immediately. Even if the breakup was painful, now is not the time to revisit old wounds or demand answers. If he truly wants to talk about what happened, he will bring it up naturally when the time is right. Your focus should be on showing that you have grown, that you are happy, and that you are doing well with or without him. This creates intrigue and makes him more drawn to you. Your tone should also reflect the changes in your life. If he asks how you've been, don't say something generic like, "Just the same old stuff." Instead, give a glimpse into the new, thriving version of you. Mention a hobby you've picked up, a recent trip you've taken, or a personal goal you've been working on. Something like, "Things have been great. I've been busy with some exciting projects and enjoying life." This subtly shows that you are not sitting around waiting for him and that he would need to put in effort if he wants to be a part of your life again. Lastly, keep your emotions in check. Even if hearing from him brings up old feelings, don't let that dictate your actions. Respond with confidence, but don't overinvest too soon. Let him work for your attention. Let him prove that he is serious about reconnecting. If he is truly interested, he will make consistent efforts to see you, spend time with you, and rebuild the connection. But if he's just testing the waters, it's better to stay detached and let him go. The way you handle this moment can be the difference between making him realize he truly wants you back or reminding him why he left in the first place. Your response should leave him intrigued, not reassured that he still has access to you. Keep the interaction light, show that you have moved forward in life, and let him feel that if he wants another chance, he has to earn it.